Hello there, brilliant, advanced performance management students. In this video, I'm going to help you get a pass on your upcoming ACCA exam. Now, if you found this video, you're probably highly stressed right now. Your exam is approaching. I'm going to show you how to turn a fail into a pass. We're going to look at a student's work. We're going to look at what was deficient about it, why it didn't earn marks. Then we will recraft it into an answer that is just earning tons of marks. If you have any questions, you can write them in the comments below. And if you find this video useful, please give it a like. Alrighty guys, let's get started. Before we can evaluate an APM answer, we need to understand what the task was. And we find the tasks in the embedded requirements. I found that for you. I've copied it here. Let's review that before we move on. We see the CEO wants you as a performance management expert to evaluate the impact on POICE's information requirements arising from the need to identify and improve on the level of customer returns. Wow, that is a mouthful. It's also one of the reasons APM is difficult. These tasks can be somewhat difficult to unpack and understand. Well, let's find the verb. The verb is evaluate. It's not describe, it's evaluate. And we are evaluating impact. So we've got to express judgment. That's the first thing to recognize. We're not describing impact, we are evaluating. Is the impact big or small, positive or negative? And we've got to say why. We've got to justify our answer with some kind of a logical argument. And we see that they need to identify and then improve customer returns. So what they're asking us here, in plain English, what they're asking us is the information provided sufficient to help us identify and improve on the level of customer returns? Did they give us enough information or is it insufficient? That's what we need to do. Let's also notice that the CEO wants us as a performance management expert, reinforcing the idea that this is a business role play. It's not an academic exam. We are simulating the role of management consultant trying to provide valuable advice to the CEO. So keep coming back to that in this exam. Is your answer helping the company solve their problems? We see that this part was worth 6 marks. We find that information in a separate place. We find that on the requirements page. We find the embedded task in the exhibits themselves. What that tells me is that for perfection, I need 6 marks. These are the technical marks, remember. A bare minimum pass would be 3 developed ideas to get 3 marks. I would go for 4 or 5 ideas in this situation. After we understand the task, to continue our analysis of an answer, we need to understand what this company is all about. We need to have read the first several exhibits to understand this company's industry, their position in the market, their generic strategy, their critical success factors, their mission, whatever we're given. I will summarize for you what I read. We learn that POICE is a large furniture company. They manufacture and they sell. They've got 2 autonomous decisions. Manufacturing receives the raw materials, manufactures, and packages, and then moves the finished goods over to the sales division. We also learn that 10% of the products they sell are actually pre-packaged by their suppliers. We also learn that it's a big company. They've got 95 outlets in their home country of D-land, plus online sales, and they've also got an international aspect to their operations as they operate in 8 other countries. So ACCA is coming to my mind when I'm reading these first several paragraphs. Shipping is handled by third-party logistics companies, and we learn that they're trying to provide decent quality at low prices, so they are a cost leader in terms of generic strategy. They're not trying to wow their customers with amazing products that are different from the competition that they charge high prices for. So we learn they're a cost leader, similar to ACCA. And we then learn that complaints and returns are increasing. This is the problem that the company is facing. We understand the company, an ACCA-like company. We understand the requirement. Is the information provided good enough to help us identify and improve the level of customer returns? The final piece of information that we need now to continue evaluating the answer is the exhibit that shows their actual information about returns. And here we have Appendix 1, the actual report with which we will try to find the root cause of the returns and complaints. Remember, we've got an international company. We've got our own manufacturing. We also work with third-party suppliers who manufacture and package themselves. We have outsourced logistics. We work in our home country, D-land. We also work in 8 other countries. Pause the video, review this appendix, decide if there is enough information here to find the root cause of the complaints and the returns. Welcome back. I felt that this information is lacking. It's nowhere nearly detailed enough for us to understand where the complaints are coming from, what's the root cause of this problem. Now, I'll share with you some of the problems with this information that I found. I see the word or in 3 out of 6 of the categories. Now, that's a problem. Look at category 1, difficult to assemble or pieces missing. Those are 2 separate problems, and the cause of those problems could be from different business units. Difficult to assemble, that could be from poorly written instructions. That could be from badly designed furniture. Pieces missing, that's only from the packaging department. And then there's another problem here. We don't know if the products came from the third-party manufacturer or if we did these ones ourselves. So I've stumbled upon 2 reasons why this data is insufficient. First of all, the return codes contain multiple reasons. And secondly, we don't have information about returns and third-party suppliers. The next problem jumping out at me with this data is that we have no information on the country where the return originated from. Maybe it's just one country that's giving us 80% of the returns, right? A classic Pareto's situation. So that could be from poor instructions, or maybe they get damaged in shipping on the way to a particular country. Category 4 also caught my eye. In addition to there being two separate reasons in category 4, I see that poor quality, what was poor about the quality but no longer wanted, that could potentially be from a shipping delay. So I'd like to also know if the product was purchased online or was it purchased in the store itself. So overall, my assessment is that there is not enough information here to get to the bottom of the problems. We need to dig deeper into the data. We need product codes. We need country codes. We need distribution channel in the stores or from the websites. So we need more information here to do our job. Now that the scene is set, let's look at the student's answer. I've got it here on my screen. I'd like you to pause the video, read it to yourself, and find the 3 specific points this candidate was trying to make. I found 3. See if you can find them, and let's see if this person earned any credit. Did they gain any marks? Welcome back. I found 3 specific problems: lack of country codes, lack of product codes, and then I also see that multiple problems combined into the same complaint code. So this student wanted to develop 3 ideas. Do you think they earned any credit? Unfortunately, no. This is a very generic answer. Ideas are not developed. There's no linking to the furniture shop. So unfortunately, this answer does not get credit. Let's now fix this student's work together. So I found this student's ideas, and then instead of starting a stream of consciousness creative writing exercise, I'm actually laying out my ideas, I'm signposting, and I'm giving my answer a structure with subheadings here. If I was in the question 1 in the report, this would be helping me earn communication skills professional marks. It would have been nice if this person had found a couple of more problems, but they only found 3. So let's just build up this answer and turn it into a pass. Poissy operates in 9 countries and has over 100 shops. Information about the country where the complaint originated would help the team see if the complaints are linked to specific locations. For example, maybe 80% of the complaints come from one country. This could indicate poorly translated installation instructions. For example, don't need that for example twice, you get the idea, but this information is missing. Everybody, do you see how this is an improvement over the previous attempt? Same student, same technical knowledge, same business acumen. The only difference is exam technique. Lay out your signposting first. Develop your ideas with several sentences. Link it to the scenario. Be as specific as possible. Imagine you're a consultant. Imagine you are trying to help the CEO. So now we've got minimum 1 mark. Depending on the marking guide, there could potentially be a follow-on mark here. But I've also got an example. I'm giving evidence for my point. I'm evaluating impact. So professional marks are also being earned. It would be very helpful to see the complaints summarized by product code. This would tell us if it's a specific product or a group of products that are driving the returns. For example, this would tell us if it's the third-party products that are creating the problems, the returns. Again, we don't have this information. Guys, another well-developed idea linked to the scenario, expressing judgment, trying to make it relevant to a furniture company. So marks are happening in that second paragraph. Guys, there's my last idea. You can pause the screen and check it out, and you'll see that I'm following the same approach. Last but not least, let's summarize our findings with an overall comment. This is going to help us earn A and E marks. Overall, the information provided is insufficient for the Six Sigma project team to do any detailed analysis into the root cause of the complaints and returns. More data should be extracted from different sources, e.g. product, supplier, and country codes, but this might be challenging as POISE has decentralized IT at each country. That's another point that I found in the first 2 exhibits. Team, there you have it. We took a bad answer and we turned it into a good answer. And a little final cleanup here. Let's tell the marker that we're doing part B. And we could set this with a little introductory sentence. By itself, it wouldn't give a mark. Here's the answer in its final form. At this point, you might have a question about professional marks. I'm not going to get into that in this video. Please check the description below. I've got other videos that talk about professional marks. But I will tell you, my number one tip, how to earn the professional marks. All you have to do, answer the question that is asked, okay, from a business perspective, not from an academic perspective, and link your answer to the scenario, provide examples, and make sure that your answer is helpful to the CEO. If you do all of that, you'll be earning professional marks as well as technical marks. APM team, there you have it, turning a fail into a pass. I hope you picked up some helpful exam technique tips. If you want to watch more of my APM videos, I've got a playlist queued up for you right here. Hit subscribe. You'll get my new videos when they're released. Good luck on your upcoming exam.